What's up, everybody? This your boy King Hussle, and yes, this is my new YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and do giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hussle. I'm talking King Hussle X1M. That's when we dropping all my music and music videos. King Hussle Topic. That's when we dropping all my mixtapes in the Hussle family. Make sure you go subscribe to that. That's when we drop all my skits, blogs, interaction with the fans, plus more. Also, make sure you go follow the Hussle Nation Empire YouTube channel, and also you make sure you go follow the Blachat Jones YouTube channel and hit the all notification bell on all those. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, which will be in the description below. We got King Hussle X1M, that's my official Instagram page. We got the Hussle Nation Empire for the record label, the production company. You got any talent, you want to get one of these chains, you want to get you a nice watch, you want to come be down with the H&E, tap in with me. I am doing a $100 talent review, and if you want me to look at you in person, I mean, you pay me $250 and I'll call you FaceTime on one-on-one and you show me what you got, that's going to be $250. So $100 to get your slot in the talent review every Friday. I'm going live and I'm doing that. And if you want me to really see what you got, it's going to be $250. I'm going to call you on the FaceTime. You can show me what you got and we're going to go from there. Also, make sure you follow me on District 10 NKE. That's where all my fashion, all the sneakers, any early releases on Bape, Jordans, Dunks, Nike, anything you got going on, make sure you can get it early from there. Also, make sure you follow the New Age Credit Repair. You need any credit repair lessons, you want to build your credit, you want to repair it, personal or business, make sure you tapping in with me on there. Also, make sure you tap in and follow the Call It What You Want to podcast IG. That's why I'm doing all my podcasts and talking about money, how to make money, financial situations, relationships, sports, anything that needs to be talked about, it will be talked about on there. So make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure y'all go like, comment, share to all the channels, and just let's run it up. And let's make sure we all come together and start making this money, because this is a new beginning and we finna start making this money. I'm finna start signing people. I'm finna start putting people in a position to win. So let's make it happen. Before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only. I'm not telling anybody to go do anything. So let's get it started. Okay, so today's video, a lot of people be asking me about check fraud, aka card cracking. Everybody want to know what's card cracking, what's check fraud, how is it done, what are they doing, how do I do it, and this and that. So today I'm going to be explaining to you guys what it is and what they're doing to actually get the money with these checks. So a lot of people out there, it's a lot of people who are obtaining checks and they're putting these checks into accounts and they're letting the checks clear and they're taking the money out. So basically, you see everybody on social media saying, you got this bank, that bank, and this bank, tap in with me. You want to make a quick $20,000. You want to make a quick $10,000. You want to make a quick $5,000. You want to make anything quick, tap in with me if you got these banks. So what they're doing is they're getting these checks. They're getting the account number and the route numbers, or they're just making up bogus checks, account numbers and the route numbers. So they might cash a check for $5,200. They might cash a check for $2,800. They might cash a check for $1,300. This day, that day, and the next day. So boom. So let's say today. Okay, so let's bring it back. So they're just asking people on social media, if you got this bank, you got that bank, tap in with me, you can make this money. So what they're doing is the people who are tapping in with them, who has these bank accounts, they're like, okay, I want to make some money. How does it work? Or somebody who knows somebody is tapping in with you, so you're this third person. They're not really understanding, or they're not really meeting you, or they're not really, doing business with you. Is all through third person. So boom, they're getting your card, your debit card information, your account information, so they can deposit the check. Once they deposit the check, so let's say the check's for $2,000 and $1,500 cleared within a day or two, they're going to start taking that money off the account, and everything will be accounted on the person who accounted it. So if there's somebody account that you just met off social media, they'll be accounted for that money being taken out. If somebody you knew, they'll be accounted for that money. And a lot of people don't understand that. So they're putting people in these positions so they can get the money. So they put the check in. They might go to an ATM, put their hood on, try to hide their identity. They go to the ATM, they deposit the check, and they monitor it. And so once a certain amount clears, they go to the bank or they go to the ATM. So let's say they go to the ATM, they just start withdrawing the money out the account. Or they might have somebody else go into the bank and get the money out the account for them. So let's say today you got $1,500. 5 days later, you get $2,000. Another 3 days, you get $4,500. Another 5 days, you get $3,000. So all of this money is starting to accumulate. All this money is starting to add up. And the more you save your money, the more you'll make. And like I said, you're not going to get all the money off the check. The whole check is not going to clear. Only an X amount is going to clear off that check. So what they're doing is, as soon as the amount clears on that check, they're taking the money off that account, and then they're making it. So let's say you cash checks up to $200,000. You might only get up to $70,000 off those checks that you cash, because the whole amount of the check is not going to clear. So just be aware of that. So that's what people are doing when they're doing the card cracking. That's what people are doing when they're doing busting checks. They're finding places to get these checks that all they gotta do is log in the information, and then they send the checks out, or they're getting other people's account information from social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever they can do to lure you in and be like, hey, you want to make an extra $20,000, $30,000, tap in with me. So that's what they're doing to do the card cracking, to get the money, to get the checks and all things like that. So now I'm going to show you guys the top 6 schemes that's been going on with the check frauds and the check schemes. Let's check that out. All right, so let's get into it. So it says, although check use is down, check fraud is up about 12%. Check fraud can include nearly anything from small float checking to extensive $1 million fraud. Keep reading to learn about some of the most infamous check frauds of the last few years. So number 1, big losses in Texas. Between 2004 and 2006, Texas entrepreneur Jeff Woodward engineered a check knitting scheme between 4 bank accounts for his motorsports and car dealership business. Every day, Wood of his associates deposited bad checks in one or more accounts and drew money from the accounts. Woodward signed about half of the checks and instructed his employees to sign the other half. Ultimately, the checks were for a total of $114 million, which led to $1.6 million in losses for the banks. Woodward was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison, 5 years of suspended supervised release, and was ordered to pay $2.5 million in restitution. All right, so that's one in Texas. Hot checks in Cleveland. In Cleveland, 3 young women ran a check knitting scheme for $165,000, what led to $120,000 in losses. So what this means is they cashed checks for up to $165,000, and out of that $165,000 of checks that they cashed, they was able to obtain $120,000 out of the $165,000 checks that they cashed, and losses for the banks. The women convinced other people to open new checking accounts. Then they deposited bad or counterfeit checks into the accounts and withdrew large amounts of cash at a local casino before the banks realized the checks were bad. Ultimately, the woman deposited checks on 31 different occasions before getting caught. Their case was investigated by the FBI with help from the Ohio Casino Control Commission and prosecuted by the assistant U.S. attorney. All right. Trouble from the inside. Often fraud starts inside the financial institutes. In one case, a financial advisor who had been with Vanguard for 23 years stole passwords and wrote checks from inactive or dead account holders. Generally, these embedded investments accounts are turned over to the state's treasurer and distribution to the next kin or the original account's holder. But Scott Capps wrote checks from these accounts to his brother-in-law and other co-conspirators. In 2013, he actually doubled his income with these fraudulent checks and used the money to invest in real estate. After discovering the issue, Vanguard covered all the customer losses and brought charges against the perpetrators. All right. 4, fraud at top. Even chief executives, officers of major corporations can put banks at risk with knitting schemes. In 2008, the CEO of Synergy Brands Incorporated wrote over $1.3 billion in bad checks through Signature Bank, Capital One Bank, and several Canadian banks. The checks were sent to Canadian companies that wrote checks in corresponding amounts that other companies also controlled by him. While the scheme was active, the bad checks officially inflated Synergy's account balances, and the CEO and his co-conspirators booked millions of dollars in fake accounts receivables and revenue. At the same time, they also inflated values of companies' feelings with the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC. When the knitting scheme eventually fell to the ground, Synergy went bankrupt, losing investors a lot of money in the process, and the banks lost over $26 million. Shopping and stealing locally. In Sacramento County, George Papa, whatever bro name is, wrote approximately $195,345,000 in bad checks. He primarily wrote these checks to 38 small businesses in the Sacramento area, hit many of them more than once. The insurance losses were so significant that one business was forced to lay off employees. The Papa, whatever bro last name is, family was already known for crime in the area, as his parents was convicted of insurance fraud for burning down their house in the 1990s. For this scam, Papa Do Pole, whatever his name is, received 20 years and 4 months in federal prison and was ordered to pay restitution to the victims. The judgment lengthened his sentence due to the prior conviction for battery in 2003. From Nigeria to Florida, with love. A scam artist from Nigeria reached out to an 80-year-old woman in Florida. He strung along with the woman romantically and convinced her to give him money. Then he drew her into an account fraud scandal. Scam artists often target elderly or widowed people and leverage love to draw them into this scam. Essentially, he can contact the businesses and request the services. Then he sent the victims a fake check for over the amount of services, and he asked them to send the change to his agent in Florida, the 80-year-old woman. When police found the woman, she had $10,000 in cash and a cashier check. She claimed that she had only received and sent money to a Nigerian man that she hadn't personally taken any funds. One victim lost $4,300, but ultimately they were able to recoup everything but $218 in fees. All right. You guys go. I just broke down to you guys what check fraud, aka card cracking, is, how it's being done, what people are doing, what to look out for, and how to prevent it. See, it's some people out there that want to get into the check fraud or the card cracking thing, and that's on them. They do what they want to do. We have nothing to do with that. But some people want to learn how to prevent from it. So that's why I drop these videos. That's why I drop the knowledge and let you guys know what's going on in the world, what to be aware of, and how to prevent it. So make sure you guys is tapping in with me, because I will be dropping new videos. I will be dropping more sauce. I will be dropping more information daily, and I do not want you guys to miss out. So make sure you subscribe and follow me on all my YouTube channels. Make sure you tap in and get your in-person lessons, which is $3,500. You will get the cybersecurity, aka hacking lessons, for free in the in-person lessons. If you don't want to get the in-person lessons, hacking lessons, aka cybersecurity lessons, will be $1,000. Unlimited gems is $1,200. Basic lessons is $600. So make sure you tapping in with me. Make sure y'all come to get y'all gems. Make sure y'all come to learn this information. Make sure you come to learn something new, because once you learn something new, you can apply that knowledge and start making use of money in any way that you want to make it. So make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms, which will be in the description. If you want to book me, all my links will be in this description below. Let's learn how to make some money. Let's learn how to elevate in life. Let's learn how to boss up, and let's learn how to really get ahead and create generational wealth and break the curse of your family, our family, being broke. So shout out to all my real Hustle Nation Empire fans. Shout out to all my real H&E family members. Let's get this thing rocking. Let's get these likes, these comments, these views up, and let's get this thing going. It's your boy King Hussle. I'm out of here. I'm dropping some more videos. I'm going back live, so make sure you stay tuned in. Peace.